Namaskar children. In our previous few classes we have studied about the tissues, plant and animal tissue, their comparison, and we have started with the plant tissues. We have already completed meristematic tissues, and in permanent tissues we have done the simple permanent type. Today in our module we are going to study about the complex permanent tissue. Now the word complex in itself is a bit complicated. Now complex permanent tissue, they are present in complex plants, which means higher plants. Now the higher plants which need more types of tissues, more structures for their survival. So such types are the terrestrial type of plants which are surviving on the land, which in order to survive on land they need extra tissues, which are also known as the vascular bundles. These complex permanent tissues are also known as vascular bundles. Now let us just try to understand more about them. Now as we know that complex tissues are made up of more than one type of cells. They have got common origin, they start from similar type of cells, and together they form a team to perform one specific function. As I told you, they are present in higher plants or the plants that need to survive in terrestrial environment. Why do they need this type of tissue? This is because they need to transport. These have got elaborate structure, and they need to transport water and minerals from the root to all the parts of the plant, mainly the leaves, so that they can prepare the food by photosynthesis, and they need to distribute the food from the leaves to all the other parts, upward, downward, all the parts of the plant. So this specific function of conduction of material leads to their name, gives them the name, also called the conducting tissue or the vascular tissue. So the tissue, the complex permanent tissue, is of two types. It is made up of xylem and phloem, which together form the vascular bundle. Xylem is responsible for the movement of water and minerals, and phloem is responsible for the movement of prepared food in the plant. The first type of complex tissue that we are going to study is the xylem. It is often called as wood also. Now xylem, children, it is present both within the stem as well as in the root. Now xylem, as I told you, is a complex tissue. It is made up of more than one type of cell. It is made up of 4 types of cells. These types of cells these 4 cells have common origin, and they are also known as elements. Children, it is important to tell you over here that xylem is more or less a dead tissue, which means all the cells are dead except for just one. That means 3 are living, 3 are dead, 3 types of cells, and 1 is living. So the 4 types of cells or the elements that the xylem is made up of is, the first one is tracheids, second is vessels, now third is xylem parenchyma, fourth is xylem fibers. Now the name only indicates that only xylem parenchyma will be living. Because of this term parenchyma, you have studied in simple permanent that parenchyma is living. Of course fibers means that it is made up of sclerenchyma only. Again, tracheids and vessels are also dead elements. Now let us talk about each of them one by one. When we see tracheids, these are long tube-like cells which have got such perforations on the sides, which are known as the pits. Now vessels are a little broader. Basically the most important element in case of xylem is the xylem vessels, and these cells, these have perforations over here as well as on the body of the cell, and when kept one after the other vessel element will be placed like this, and they form a tube over tube like conducting system. So both tracheids and vessels, they are dead, and they are responsible for the upward conduction. These are the main conducting cells or the main conducting elements, and they are responsible for the movement of water and minerals upward. Now let us come to xylem parenchyma. It is simple living cell, made up of simple living cells, and the function is to store food, and they always also provide the sidewise conduction of water. Okay. The last but not the least is the xylem fibers. Now as the name only indicates, I told you, it is fibers and it provides support to the stem or basically the trunk. Now since I have told you that these conducting tissues, these are present in higher plants, so the higher terrestrial plants, they have got strong stem trunks, they need support. So the xylem fibers provide support because of the presence of lignin and suberin in their walls. As you can see, the fibers are just thread-like, very simple cells which are highly lignified, and you can see very narrow lumen. The second type of complex permanent tissue that we have to study is the phloem, just the counterpart of xylem. Together they form the vascular bundle. Children, phloem is also known as bast. I told you xylem is known as wood, phloem is often known as bast. Now children, just like xylem, phloem also is made up of 4 types of cells. Again, they have the common origin, and together all these 4 types of cells together they form phloem, and they perform the function. And what is the function? The function is translocation of prepared food. We saw the xylem was responsible for the upward conduction of water and minerals. Phloem is responsible for the translocation of prepared food downward, upward, as well as sideward, means in all direction. Now, I told you that by and large xylem is a dead tissue. Over here, by and large phloem is a living tissue because the 3 elements are living and 1 element is dead. Just the opposite of xylem. Now, if you see, these are the names of 4 elements: sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. Now, by the name only you can make out phloem fiber. This is the only element which is dead. The others, phloem parenchyma, the term parenchyma is for living tissue only. Companion cells and sieve tubes, these are also living. These 3 are living. So let us talk about each of them one by one. This is the blue cell that shows over here is the sieve tube. Now the word sieve, what does it mean? Something which filters, channi. Now if you see over here, the top part of the cell, they are having perforations, they are having gaps, and they are known as sieve plates. Just like your mother uses the sieve or strainer in your kitchen to filter the substance, similar is the structure. And over here they do not have nucleus. The nucleus is lost over the period of time, but this does not mean that they are dead. The cytoplasm is there, which comes towards the central part. So this is sieve tubes. So the main function of translocation is performed by sieve tubes. Again, just like vessels in case of xylem, they are placed one over the other. One over the other, they are placed. Now, the second type is the companion cells. Now, what does the word companion means? Friend or your ally or some supporter. So the work of companion cell is to help the sieve tubes in translocation of food, and of course they are helping in the sideward transport also. Then comes the phloem parenchyma. Now since all these cells are living, they require energy, isn't it? And energy has to be continuously supplied to them. So that part is played by phloem parenchyma, and these are the living cells that are present in phloem, which are producing energy and they are storing food also. The last but not the least is the phloem fibers, which is again the dead sclerenchymatous fibrous, very narrow lumen cells because of the thick deposition of lignin. Now children, over here it is worth mentioning that phloem is not basically a tissue which provides strength to the plant. Of course it does provide strength to this whole structure in terms of translocation of food, but its contribution towards the strength, providing mechanical strength to the whole plant is negligible as compared to xylem. Now let us talk about the location of xylem and phloem. If you take a transverse section of stem, so you will see that phloem occupies this black part, the outermost region. Suppose these are the vascular bundles, so the phloem is occupying the outermost region. So the outermost layer is the phloem layer, and xylem is comparatively on the inner side. So children, till now we have studied about xylem and phloem as the complex permanent tissues. In the examination, often their comparison is asked. So let us quickly recap both of them through this comparison table. We have seen xylem is also known as wood and phloem is known as bast. We've studied that xylem is by and large a dead tissue and phloem is by and large a living tissue. Both of them, they are made up of four elements. Elements over here I'm referring to cells. Now xylem is responsible for the upward conduction of water, which is known as ascent of sap. The technical term, biological term for the upward movement of water and minerals from the soil to the leaves is known as ascent of sap, while the phloem is responsible for the transport of prepared food from leaves to all parts. Okay. Next, when we say, I told you that xylem is doing only the upward movement, while because all the plants, all the parts of the plant, they require energy. So the food will go up also to the parts which are there on the top. It will come down till the root. It will go on the sides also. So these two very important points. I told you xylem is mostly dead. This is mostly living. The third point of difference. Now the fourth is the conduction of water and minerals is mainly through vessels and tracheids in xylem, and over here the food conducting channels are the sieve tubes. These are the technical terms for them. The last but not the least, if we say xylem does give strength. Now you have studied about the three types of cells which are dead, in three types of elements which are dead in xylem, and they have lignified walls which are highly thickened, and therefore they provide mechanical strength to the plant. Now phloem does have phloem fibers, but they are mainly conducting food to all the parts, and they are not providing any mechanical strength. So children, I would request you to revise the structure of xylem and phloem, and do memorize and practice the comparison between the two, because it is very important.